It's been a week where there's been a whole raft of new e-bikes launched around the world. Tonight we'll be looking at an explorer who's using e-bikes to get to those out-of-the-way places.
And we're joined by e-bike legend himself, Mr. Sam Pilgrim. Guy who ripped up the rulebook of freeride e-biking.
Well, Sam Pilgrim, it's great to have you on the show. Pioneer of e-bikes, but tell me, what's this rule book thing? Surely there was no rule book of e-biking, right?
Well, yeah, the rule book was that you had to be like lazy and like fat like yourself.
What? Oh, right. I tell you what, I think revenge is a dish best served cold, and I will let the EMBN followers reply to that remark.
Bring it on.
But look, fair dues, Sam. You've been a pioneer. You've shaken the world, the mountain bike world apart. You've been done so many world firsts: the flare, the tail whip, the 360. You're the first person in the world to do all these stunts on an e-bike, right?
No, we wouldn't. Were you? 360, that was me.
What do you mean?
I was the first person.
Well,
yeah, you've seen it. Look on the Instagram.
Nah, it was really.
Oh, bit of controversy on the
And
EMBN
the bar spin, I'll have that
Chris,
as well.
yeah, we'll let you have that, yeah.
Bar spin
Okay,
and
so let's
360.
reword that. Well, I'm joined by two world pioneers in e-biking, Chris Smith and Sam Pilgrim.
Yeah.
Guys, let's get into the news this week.
Let's.
So it's been a week where there's been lots of new e-bikes launched around the world. Chris, what we got first there?
So we've got Giant have launched a new range, a stance range of e-bikes. They're 120mm travel. The real interesting part on this is the Yamaha motor, but Giant have developed their own software for the bike as well. So really interesting mix. 4 sizes, aluminium frames, they're looking really good. You guys seen any of those around?
No, but I've seen the video, which looks pretty cool. And it seems to be there's a lot of these bike brands now. An e-bike video is an essential part of the marketing equipment. I think the new Mondraker level, 160mm travel, 29-inch wheels. It's obviously going to go alongside the 150mm Crusher, which is 27.5 wheels. Now, I love the look of this new Mondraker. I don't know what you think, Sam.
Not as nice as my Haibike, but yeah, looks all right.
But you know what? Come on, that's 160mm travel fly machine, coil shock. It's going to be absolutely charging through the territory, right? And obviously, the good thing with Mondraker is there's going to be a load of good sizes on there, so they really are suited for the taller riders. I mean, we're all 6 foot.
Yeah.
A bike like that in a size large, you can have about a 500mm reach.
Yeah, does look good.
Bikes,
Be
massive.
exciting to see what they do with their geometry. They're always quite keen to mess around, you know.
Yeah, so the
Seen a lot
Spanish
of
company
changes over the years.
are totally on the roll with their e-bikes.
Yeah.
Now, also in the news this week is a new German brand called Raymond Bicycles. Now, that's under the Pexco banner, who also do Husqvarna e-bikes. A really cool new range of bikes, starting with a kid's hardtail from €1,900 up to the flagship, which is the 7 Trail Ray at about €5,000. Now, there's some cool kit on that bike.
€5,000,
Chris, right?
yeah. You're getting a 12-speed Eagle drivetrain on that.
Cool.
It's loaded with...
It's actually so boring. Is there any like cool videos sent
What?
in or anything?
Well, actually, yes, Sam. I mean, every week we get loads of photographs and videos into EMBN, and please keep sending them in. I had this one from Oliver Wilkins in Surrey. He's out with his friends. How can e-biking with friends be so much fun? I think it's a really good video.
Yeah, it looks
from
really good.
from some lads in Surrey.
Yeah. Just showing how to try and get on a rock by the looks of it out in the car park.
They don't seem to be too
Oh, is it not?
successful, do they?
No.
Guess they must just started
Yeah.
e-biking.
Really
and stuff.
good to see us making it accessible for everyone. Looks like they've taken their granddad out for a ride.
Yeah.
Do you see the grey-haired guy with the
Yeah.
long hair?
So this is from Oliver Wilkins and Benjamin Deakin. So yeah, good stuff there from Oliver Wilkins and Benjamin Deakin down in Surrey. Please do keep sending your
You do know that they're like
What?
pro athletes, right?
Who is it?
And-
People who filmed it?
No, we got Bren Fairclough in there, Ollie Wilkins, Ben Deacon, and the oldest mountain biker in the UK, Steve Gill. Like these are like super like
Sorry
talented
guys. I just saw the heading, how can e-biking with friends be so much fun? I mean, it seems,
I mean, it's Puddletown Forest as well.
I mean, there's no king size chat in there. It's pretty kind of mellow. Why would I know any different?
well,
Good work.
Yeah, good
Oliver,
work, guys.
Benjamin, good work. Right, well, Sam Pilgrim, you don't like the bikes we're talking about. You don't like the videos we're talking about. Let's talk about Sam Pilgrim. I mean, Sam, you pretty much shook the mountain bike world when you signed for Haibike back at the beginning of the year. I mean, what's the journey been like so far? What's been your feedback around the world as an e-bike pioneer?
Yeah, well, at the start, people didn't really like it too much, and there's this like big issue in like Canada and America that's where most of the bad comments are from. But in Europe, like people have embraced it a lot more, you know.
Yeah.
And
well, certainly like Southern Europe, like kind of Italy and France, it's insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen for yourself.
Yeah,
right?
of course. And yeah, so at the start, people were like, "Oh, how are you going to be able to do tricks?" or like, "How are you going to be able to do things?" And they thought that like that's all I'm going to be riding, which is quite a weird thought, you know. And like,
I think definitely from the outside, it's definitely turned you more into like a mountain biker. Like before, I always seen you as like a park rat, you know, out on the streets doing your stuff on your hardtail. But now I see you wearing proper mountain bike clothing, out on the mountains, doing mountain biking, which is a good thing. Yeah?
What's quite interesting actually is that you obviously been a YouTuber since for about 10 years, right? It seems to me that all your videos, they're not like e-bike specific, they're just mountain bike videos, right?
yeah, well, I mean, I am a mountain biker.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I was a slopestyle guy, just doing like tricks, but the e-bikes like just makes it so much easier to just go out and go far, you know. So
Don't worry about
It's
yeah,
just another discipline, isn't it? I see it, you know, as road biking, mountain biking, e-bike, and it's just another form of having fun on two wheels. And I think you fully embraced it and just shown us what's possible with it.
Has there been any aggro at all? Like, actually, not online, but actually personally, people coming up to you and saying, "What the hell are you doing? You're cheating." I mean, what's been... Actually, we should talk about that. What's been the most ridiculous remarks you've heard? And yourself as well, Chris, out on the trail.
I don't know, the one that really grates me is that cheat thing. You know, it's a standard e-bike thing, but I don't know about you guys. That's one thing that really annoys me, you know, because you're not cheating unless you're in a competition. Let's face it, we're just out in the woods having fun on the bikes. We're not in a competition to get to the top of that
and
hill.
if you want to get like really down with it, like they're cheating themselves out of fun. Because I'm going to be having
you
way
could
more
could
fun.
argue, is it cheating? You doing that jump into that big, what's that airbag thing? What's it called? What's the
airbag?
It's an airbag, right? You could say that's cheating, right? If you wanted to.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
anything could be cheating. But
It's just training, and I think with the e-bike, you're obviously spending way more time riding it more. It's just more bike time, so I suppose you might be cheating by doing more bike
And
time.
like they're pushing up a hill and we're riding, so actually they're not riding and we are more.
or on a uplift. You look at Canada. You know, you go Whistler, the biggest mountain bike location in the world. Everyone's going to the top of the hill in a chairlift. Now let's talk about cheating.
Yeah.
What about fixing bikes?
This is the man. If
This
you
is
want
the man.
any work
I mean,
done on your
surely,
bike-
if you're using spanners and Allen keys and all greases, that is
hammers,
cheating, right?
hammers,
You don't need all
mole
that.
grip,
You need mole grips, hammers, and a set of Allen keys.
and the ground is a file. Remember?
Yeah.
Right. Now, if anyone's not seen Sam Pilgrim's maintenance videos, you must check them out on his website. They're simply next level.
This man can remove a set of forks from his bike with just a shovel.
I want to talk,
Literally.
talk about removing. You've still got your tooth removed there. Now, why haven't you got Freshie in there?
Well, I crashed at the skate park when
Yeah.
I was a skate park rat, and
That's not in the. What's that caravan edit you did? Yeah, don't worry about that. It's fine. It's part of the set.
what? This is Colchester where we set off loads of fireworks in the
Yeah,
caravan.
you didn't lose it in the caravan.
No,
then.
it's from that era though, and like I just crashed in the skate park, lost the teeth, and then it like ended up being like a trademark, you know,
Right.
because like
Nice.
people at the events would be like, "Oh, look, there's that
Ugly
weirdo.
guy with the weird.
There's that ugly weird guy that like wins stuff with no teeth," and then it just there we go.
Yeah. Hey, talking about winning stuff, what's your feelings about, I mean, you're a big competition man. What's your feelings about e-bike competitions?
Yeah, I mean, I'd do one if there was one.
Right.
Not like enduro because I just don't like that sort of thing.
Can you foresee anywhere in the future where we will be doing e-bike competitions?
Not really sure, but I'm gonna at 9 Nights this year, which is like a big freestyle free ride event. I'm gonna take
Big jumps, right?
I'm
e-bike
gonna
there?
take the e-bike there.
Whoa, that's going to be interesting.
Because it's always like down a hill, you know.
Yeah.
So now I can just get in more laps than everyone.
And what do you like more about your e-bike for those big jumps then?
Like
Why?
the weight of an e-bike is like so good for jumping. Like even if it's windy, you can still jump, you know.
Nice
like,
stable platform, you know, when you're clicking the table and you've got more of a bike, you can really push against
Yeah, exactly. And it's good for whips.
Yeah.
The weight really
Yeah,
helps.
yeah.
Good
I think
for
I prefer my
backflips.
e-bike
Yeah.
than my general bike for big jumps for sure.
Yeah.
So.
Wow, the voice of two e-bike freestyle experts. Now, just a couple more things, Sam. You've done some cool videos. You went to Croatia. You've done the first ever ride on the World Cup downhill track. I've seen you've been to Erzberg. You've been to Winterberg. You've been travelling around. Where's your favourite place to ride an e-bike?
Yeah, that's well hard because actually anywhere you ride on an e-bike is so fun. Like I can have fun in the town right now, because you can challenge yourself with different things all the time.
I mean, because let's face it, you guys are at the high end of this when it comes to the skill levels. There's loads of people out there who will ride their bikes all over the place. Yeah. And finally, Sam, the new Haibike Fly On. It was definitely the standout bike at Eurobike last month. Cannot wait to have a spin on that.
Yeah,
I'm sure no can you.
That was insane. Obviously I've been there when bikes have been released before, and I kind of don't really care. It's just a bike, but this was insane, and there's so many people there.
Yeah.
And then the Haibike stand, the whole of Eurobike was just rammed with people looking at this beast.
Tail lights, front lights. You're gonna be doing
E-bike
backflips
progression
in the dark.
Yeah. Can't wait to see that. Yeah, night riding edit. That's what you need to do on that thing. But yeah.
For sure.
Hey, so what are you up to next?
Well, you can say. 'Cause
Head-to-head challenge with me and Sam Pilgrim coming up. Yeah, we're going to start filming that soon, so keep an eye on the channel for that one coming out later this week.
Yeah, I'm actually busy the next few days, guys.
Oh, we need you there. We need you to jump,
We need some crashes,
Don't think it'll get that far. Yeah, so be sure to tune into the Sam Pilgrim versus Chris Smith at the bike park.
Got my work cut out for sure. It's going to work me pretty hard. So
Yeah,
we
he
should
has.
see. Nah, easy. So we had some good feedback from the show last week where we talked about frame sets and e-bike frame sets. Where the hell are they? Adrian Moore comes in with, how much money do you think the average person has to spend? Unless e-bikes come down a lot in price, I don't see it. And more bike parks with uplift services negate the need for an e-bike. Yeah,
fair point, Adrian. Do you know what? I thought it was really good how you, Martin, brought up the subject of frames, because the whole mountain bike industry, it has revolved on frames for quite a few years. Obviously, today, lots of direct sales, they can have, whole bikes. But I think out of that point there, I think what's interesting is that, with more bike parks and uplift services available, I feel that mountain bikers are being corralled into these places, and I think with e-bikes it actually gives you that freedom, which
opens the doors to
I
all
think
that
so.
more,
That's that's a mindset. That bike park uplift is definitely a mindset which I think I'm getting away from.
Yeah. The e-bike thing just totally opens out, outdoor. It's a key to the outdoors. Basically, it just gets you out to those more inaccessible places. I find myself going to.
Unless, of course, Chris, you've got your own bike park in your back garden with some ghetto ramps and pits and stuff like that, right?
Yeah. No, but for sure, the e-bike lets you go wherever you want rather than just stuck in one place.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah, and why would you need an uplift when you've got a big scaffold pole in your garden?
Some rotten ply to drop into.
This one from Steve L. I would if I was looking for very specific components. Due to the high prices of top-end bikes, I'm surprised none of the manufacturers have done what the car dealers do now and offer a tick box system where you choose their high-end frame, battery and motor, but pick the components you want. I think it's pretty neat.
Do like that, but I see the problem with the manufacturers having to stock every compound, different tyre, different wheel sizes. It's a hell of a big ask for a manufacturer to spec all those different options that are available in the bike world.
Do you know what? It's funny. I know one bike manufacturer. They ordered a new Mercedes Vito, and they had all the bits on it. And they were driving a couple of weeks ago in 80-degree heat, and they were like, "Where's the air conditioning?" Because they forgot to tick the air box thing when they ordered the van.
Kind of like
40 grand van, no aircon.
God.
What else have we got from Bob there?
Got Bob A4. Would love to see a customizing option when personalizing an e-bike. Battery size, motor type, components, etc. How difficult could that be for manufacturers? That would definitely be the ultimate buying experience, in my opinion.
I guess so. Yeah, some great feedback there from you guys in relation to frame sets on e-bikes, and it's a subject we will catch up with in the future. But you know what? I think I'd like to turn the clock back to a video that Blake did with Sam down at the bike park, game of e-bike.
Game of e-bike.
Couple of unanswered questions there, guys.
Yeah, got a good
and here's
one.
Sam's chance to answer it.
Yeah, we've got a good one from MR850 man here. How can you go from riding with the Fest guys to playing e-bike with a park rat?
Well, it's quite easy, really, isn't
Not
it?
really a park rat anymore either.
Just like a really cool and friendly guy. It's
exactly.
quite an obvious option, really, isn't it?
Would
Big jumps you could die on, or
E-bikes.
fun and friendliness. What would
No
you
brainer.
choose? Yeah.
So are you guys telling me the next couple of days there's going to be no competition between the two of
It's
you
going
as
to be
well?
pretty chilled out. Just fun. I know, that's what it's about.
You're going down hard, that's for sure.
Guys, keep the questions coming in and we'll try and answer them. And sometimes we'll try and get the person themselves here to answer directly to you. Okay, time for tech or ghetto tech. This week, Chris Smith is going to tell us how to oil a chain. Chris.
So here on the show, we see loads of all these different bolt contraptions, things holding the chain ring still. All I do is just prop my bike up, holding the front brake on, holding that walk button down and just cycling that chain round.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Now, this is obviously, you're going to be very careful here. You don't get your fingers stuck in the chain, right?
Caught in the chain, so keeping your fingers far away.
Obviously,
Basically on the chainstay, just holding that lube bottle down there, just dripping the chain on, much like a motorbike chain.
What do you do?
oiler.
Like just squeeze the oil so it sprays everywhere?
No, just gently squeeze it on.
So you don't like paint.
No,
you don't
no.
like
Squeeze
like
it.
a
You don't put a
water
set of
gun.
mole grips on it or anything.
Do you
Just
put it in
squeeze
a? You
gently.
could put it in a water gun though, couldn't you?
Yeah, if you
And
want to
like-
get it all over your
Hey, so what's the routine? You basically push the front wheel against the
front
wall.
wheel up, yeah. So you've got basically a hand free, using the wall as kind of like a front brake.
Yeah,
Picking the back end up by the chainstay,
yeah.
whilst having the lube bottle in your hand as well, and holding that walk button down so the chain's cycling around, and just drizzling that chain oil on as it goes round and round. It's really simple.
Just like raspberry sauce on a 99.
That's exactly how I got
I've
it.
just
Yeah.
come up with an easier way though.
What's that?
You put your bike upside down, put
Yeah.
your foot on
Oh,
the
you
walk
mean scratch
mode.
all your controls and stuff?
Well, yeah, it doesn't matter. Put your foot on the walk mode, and then
Yeah.
it just does it upside down. You can stand
Yeah,
there
but
with
that's
two
putting the
hands
oil on
free.
the outside of your chain.
Where
not
does
where
the
it
brick?
wants to be.
Where does the brick come into this equation?
That's what I'm like.
Oh,
my
rest of
brain like hurts because
Okay,
I can't add a brick.
Why?
to it.
I'm surprised you haven't just put a new chain on the bike rather than oil the chain.
Well, I would.
A pro
this
like
is
you.
Chris's thing though, isn't it?
Okay, right.
No, it's easy enough.
Right, great. I'm going to try that at home, Chris.
Good.
Yeah, nice one. All right, any other tech, Chris?
Yeah, did you know the actual battery retaining bolt on your Kenevo or your Levo is the same bolt as your main pivot bearing on the frame?
I
Bet you didn't know
I
that.
don't think I'm going to lose sleep over that. to be
Why
honest
is that
with you.
cool though?
Because you didn't know, it's a fact.
But what
Put
would
it in
you
your
need?
put it in the empty
No,
void
but
in
if
here.
you lost that bolt, you'd still need to get another one. So
No,
it's-
you zip
that
tie your
fact
battery in.
is pointless and void. We're not going to listen to that one. Stupid.
Let's move on.
So it's time for Where in the World. What have we got, Steve?
Where in the world? Well, first of all, we've got a globe, Chris, and switch her on. Now then, first of all, actually, where's Colchester, Sam? Where are we? Oh, there
Don't
we
even know.
There you go.
There it is. Isn't
Is
it?
that where the renowned bike park of
That's
Sam
where,
Pilgrim
that's where the
is?
place to be. That's the
That's the place
that's
to
the
be.
that's the California of UK.
Well, talking about California, I've had this image in from Heather Freeman in Eastern Bishop in California, and what an amazing shot. Sunset there with her
Epic. Look at that.
Specialised, I think. Pretty awesome.
Nice, doesn't it? Does look good.
What else we got?
Obviously, we've got Jimmy Chin. He's a professional climber, mountaineer, skier, photographer, and director. Really nice video from him. Did the first ascents on the big walls in Karakoram.
Wow.
Climbed and skied Everest from the top as
Wow,
well.
that is berserk.
That's pretty big, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big girls.
Nutter.
And he's been featured in National Geographic magazine and Outside as well. But yeah, check this video
That's a
out.
prety kind of awesome achievement to ski down Everest, right?
Hell of a
With
climb.
no snow as well.
But obviously
Crazy.
he's using obviously a specialised bike to get to those out of the way
Yeah,
places
he
to do
knows.
shoots.
He's getting everywhere on that and opening up a whole new world for him too. So good to see him getting
good,
out there.
Good work, Jimmy Chin. Let us know who you are next. Give us a shout if you want to call in and see us.
So let's head over to the bike vault. What have we got this
Bike
week?
vault time. Do you know what? Before that, don't forget to check out the EMBN shop, shop.embn.com, where you can get t-shirts, sweatshirts, hats.
Look as
you
cool
name
as
it.
this.
Yeah, look as cool as this. And
Whoa,
Check this
going to
out.
give you a heads up here. We've got a new EMBN riding top. I mean, how cool is that?
You camo.
Sorry,
Look at that.
Sam Pilgrim. I think
alright,
it would
don't
look great on you. Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Look at that
see it in
there.
there.
It's actually really cool. Though,
Yeah, I reckon you're a large. How much do you weigh?
Loads.
How much is that?
85.
85
Wow.
kilos. So there you go.
13 stone.
Check out the MBN shop and you can get one of these. Not even hit the trails with it yet.
Very nice.
Anyway, back to the bike vault. Well, it gives us great pleasure to have Sam Pilgrim on the show to have his
And
comment.
his first bike vault ever.
First
Yeah,
ever
it is
bike
actually,
vault.
yeah.
Sam, I'm really looking forward to your outlook on some of these photographs.
Okay.
Being an image kind of conscious guy.
Let's have a look at this then.
Yeah.
We've got one from Grace and Hunt from Woodstock, Georgia. And like, yeah, the bike's cool, but that van in the back's well sick. Look how hippie it is. It's like proper rad.
Full on Woodstock style.
So like, yeah, let's just say.
What are we going with?
Oh, what do you have to do?
Nice or
Something
super
special?
nice?
Oh, yeah, super nice. That van wins it.
Super nice from Sam Pilgrim.
Yes.
Ooh, a controversial hardtail.
Yeah, Brian Whitehead, Fort Worth in Texas.
Porthworth.
Fort Worth, Texas.
That's almost as bad as you saying
And
his Halos Chaos wheels earlier.
He says he's buying an Enduro soon, so he's kind of making an excuse for this bike.
And them handlebars. Look at them handlebars.
Looks like we've got a Fox, like 20mm travel fork on there and about super steep head angle.
I don't know, fair dues, bro.
It's looking quite clean though, integrated back.
I
Does
like it.
anyone-
I think it's a neat looking bike. And there's Texas in the background.
Is them kind of bars normal then, are they?
Yeah,
They're like this though.
that's right.
I'm feeling
Alright.
nice.
This
on
is,
this
I
one,
think
guys.
this is nice. What we got next,
Yeah, no.
Steve?
Oh,
the
if
car.
Martin Ashton would be here, this would be breaking all the rules. Actually, is there a bike in the shot?
There is just about behind that tree.
Who's it from? Who's it from?
This is from.
Who's it from? Where's the words gone?
Oh no.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Elias Sarkis.
New South Wales, Australia.
What car's that, guys?
Audi.
That Audi
A4,
looks
is
cool.
it?
I like that
86?
the car's lowered. Is this a car game? That's super nice.
Actually, I'm going to give a super nice for lifting that
Oh my
Levo
God.
actually up onto the roof of a car. I
Yeah,
mean,
fair dues. If
Let's do
Elia is a female, obviously. Oh my god, this is nice. We're going to go nice on that bike. So we've swiftly moved on to Ingo Hess in Austria. Now, is Ingo Hess the dog or the person who sent the photograph in?
Probably the dog, I think.
Dog's looking, so yeah, pretty interesting. But yeah, I like that.
See, what I like is the fact there's two people involved in this shot. You've got the dog looking at someone who's obviously trying to keep the dog in place.
Yeah.
I think the bike's in a nice place in the background.
Colours are good. The
Colours
trees are good.
I like the fact there's some
Super nice.
super nice. Nice one, Ingo.
Moving on, we've got Jose Villeda. Hello from seconds.
From the
Central America.
second smallest country in
Central America.
Central
El Salvador.
El
Salvador.
Salvador.
Wow.
Have you been to El Salvador? You must have been to El Salvador.
Pilgrim.
I've not
Come on, you've been
actually.
everywhere.
Huh?
But
Where have
that-
you been in
Levo,
I've been to. Me and Chris have been to Taxco, but I don't think
Right.
that's even in.
Mexico, isn't it?
So completely
Central
different.
America.
So we've
Yeah.
not been there at all, but it does look really
look
cool.
cool, doesn't it?
I'm looking
Greens.
at the background actually,
Yeah,
not the
green
green's
bike.
too.
looking in.
Yeah.
Nice.
I reckon it's super nice,
Super
especially
nice.
that background
And
there.
that water bottle on there.
Yeah.
It must be off
Yeah.
going for a long ride.
Yeah. Ooh,
Cool.
so here we go.
Next, you've got Mark Smith in Lakes. Nice cube stereo.
Chris,
Nah.
we need to get ourselves up the lake sometime
I know,
soon.
look at that. Look at
Yeah.
the backdrop, look, elevation so high there as well. Hopefully he's ridden up there, obviously on the e-bike.
Well, he's not dropped in by helicopter, is
Well,
he?
you never know.
He might
You don't know.
I would.
Nice, I think. Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah.
Sam, what we got here?
Yeah.
This is Massimo Peterlini,
All right.
and
Another cube.
Fair dues, your Italian's pretty good, Sam.
yeah, Peterlini. Yeah,
Peterlini, is that like a dinner we're having tonight or something?
I actually like
Cool,
the
can I
colour
come for dinner
coding.
tonight? For some Peterlini?
The colour coding's nice on that actually, isn't it?
Backdrop. I think I'm just going to go for a
Backdrop's
nice.
rubbish
Nice,
because it's
yeah.
just a fence, but
You
yeah.
should get the fence out of the shot.
Yeah.
What have we got here? Mike from Austria.
Yeah.
It's pretty high up, isn't it?
Is
Another
this
cube.
just a cube
Bit
video?
dark,
Like-
guys. Bit dark.
Underexposed. I'm
Yeah.
just going to go for
Nice.
Rubbish.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Rubbish.
Yeah.
Rubbish. Oh,
Nice.
Canevo.
Canevo, Troy
Stuart
Lee.
Osborne in Townsville, Australia, with a Troy Lee designed Canevo. See, I wouldn't take an e-bike down the beach and get sand in
If
it.
there was surf in the background, I'd be stoked and it would be super nice.
Are you a surfer?
Yeah.
Is there any surf in Essex?
No, there is sometimes.
Lives in
Right.
Croyd half the year, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, right, I see. Right.
I'm liking it. No, how are you feeling?
Oh, my God. It's a
I'm going to say
bit
super
reserved.
nice.
Let's move on.
because
Let's
we
move on.
don't
Let's
know.
move on. Oh, boy. So, where have we got? This is going to be an alpine shot from...
That seat is so high that it's going to get a minus nice. Why is the seat up like that?
Vincenzo, what?
Vincenzo Trugel, Crans Montana,
Montana.
Switzerland.
Oh,
I
but
thought-
Switzerland's nice, so you can just get a normal nice, not a minus.
Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna go nice on
Nice. Whoa, and we're out of the vault. Wow, keep sending your photographs in. Like I said previously, there is a bit of a backlog on images for the vault, but you will get on the show at some point. Sam, thanks for your input into that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
If you want to see more videos, don't forget to check out our Haibike 27 versus 29 hardtail, which is up last weekend.
Be sure to check out me and Sam going head to head this week as well. We're gonna big e-bike shootout. Two pioneers, e-bike free ride. It's coming soon.
Or just go on my channel and watch all them bits.
You can do. King size talk though from Chris Smith and Sam Pilgrim. Thanks for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and don't forget, it'd be great if you could subscribe to EMBN. Sam, thanks for coming in.
Thanks a lot. See you later, guys.